a family practice physician at Kaiser. And I don't get no car. And then you don't have to scribble in the dark. There you go. That's who I am.
Tell me about what you do.
Yes, Jackie, Lacey, and I did undergraduate together at UC Irvine back in the 70s, so we go back a long way. So been a supporter, and just been an amazing journey just to see her get to this point. I'm a family medicine physician, and one of the things I remember most when I started internship and residency, some of my earliest patients were her parents. So we go way, way back.
And tell me about her. What is it like?
You know, one thing for sure is that she has always been, it's interesting how her path led her to this position. She's always been one that has given a lot, cared a lot, studied really hard, always had virtues, was a very, very hard worker, never willing to cut herself short. And it's just, this is a path that we're so excited to see her take. It's interesting looking at that group from Irvine and to see how many people have done so well from others spoken right now. Okay, but you know, we're just very proud of her, and I think she's going to do a good job. You know, it took years, 30 years to get on this path, to finish her education, to learn about work, and I'm very excited to see the leadership that she's going to bring to LA. You know, this is a historical moment, not just because she's African American, but because of being female, having been in that department and worked so hard, having had a long legacy of established leadership. And you know what? This is time for change. It's time for change. Guess what? It's time for women to lead. So I'm very excited.
That's a very great quote, and that doesn't lead to my next question. Being the first African American female running for
well, what I think it means to the community is that we have reached a time in our society of cultural diversity, but we haven't seen a lot of it in this position. And I think we are at a point now where LA realizes it's just not one race. It's many communities, many races, and I think that's what it represents. I'm excited for the legacy and the leadership for women and young girls. I mean, for the leadership and the legacy that this leads for young girls, I'm very excited. But it's an opportunity, I think, to get leadership. Also, if you look at the office of the district attorney, almost 50% of it is women, multiracial, where they had to deal with very complicated, culturally complicated cases. So it'll be very interesting to see how she will lead and navigate that department. But what an amazing time with over 1,000 attorneys that work in that department, 50% who are women, who have never had a woman in leadership. I think things are about to change.
What would you say about her?
Well, her and Alan Jackson also is a very well-established, well-respected prosecutor. How interesting that the two of them would come to a borough. I mean, I think in Los Angeles was going to be in very good hands. I think the biggest difference between the two of us is that she's just had more people experiences with managing. I think he's an excellent and fine prosecutor who's also worked hard.